Hello class, today we are going to take our notes on section 1.3 for accentuate the negative number line operations with integers. What we're going to focus on today is just how to use the number line with integers, so positive and negative numbers, in order to add and subtract and find the answer to those. So on this page you have a lot of information that goes into detail about how to use color chips to do that, which we can help you with individually if you need that assistance. But what we're going to focus on is the examples down here and how to use these number lines. So I'm going to move this slide up just slightly. All right, so we're going to add integers using a number line. Now this first one, you guys, is going to seem very simple because it's just two positive numbers. But here's what we want to think about when we use a number line. We want to always start at 0. Anytime we have a positive number, we move to the right to that number. Anytime we have a negative number, we move to the left. Okay, and that's what we do as we add, each time we add a positive or a negative number. Okay, so positive, we move right. Negative numbers, we move to the left. Okay, so on this first one, just says 2 plus 4. Okay, so if we start at 0, obviously first number is positive, so we move to the right to 2. So we're starting right here. Okay, and then we're adding 4. Adding 4 would be going up 4 spots from there. So if we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going up 4. So it's positive, we move to the right, and then we look at where do we end up? Well, we end up at 6. Okay, so then 6 would be the answer of 2 plus 4. Well, I know you guys know that problem. Okay, so we started with a positive one just to make sure that we understand how we're using the number line. Okay, so the next one, negative 5 plus negative 3. So we start at 0, first number is negative, so we go 5 spaces, we go to the left because it's a negative number, so we're starting then at negative 5, and then we're adding negative 3. So adding a negative means to go to the left. So we're going to go to the left 3 spots, so 1, 2, 3 spots to the left. Okay, and we end up at negative 8. So the negative 8 would be your answer to negative 5 plus negative 3. All right, and then the next one, 5 plus negative 4. So we start at the 0. First number is positive, so we move to the right till we get to 5. So we're starting right here. And then we're adding negative 4. So since 4 is negative, we move to the left. Okay, so we go left, 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. Okay, so starting at 5, moving left 4, and as a result, we end up at 1. All right, so the number line is really helpful for you to figure out your answer with these. Again, always, anytime it's positive, you move to the right if you're adding a positive, and if you're adding a negative, you move yourself to the left. Wherever you end up is your answer. All right, so when you're doing your homework, you may use a number line, or when you're doing your practices or your homework, you can use a number line to help you as needed, okay? Absolute value. The absolute value of a number is its distance from 0 on a number line. Okay, so numbers that are the same distance from 0 then would have the same absolute value. So for example, negative 3 and 3 both have an absolute value of 3 because both of those numbers are 3 away. One's just positive 3 away, the other is negative 3 away. Okay, so because we're talking about distance, the absolute value of any number is always going to be positive. Because distance is positive. We're not going to say we're negative places away from something. Okay, so the way we write absolute value is with these little bars on either side. So this right here is saying what's the absolute value of 7, or how far is the number 7 from 0? Well, the number 7 is 7 spots away from 0. Okay, similarly, the absolute value then of negative 7, well, negative 7 is also 7 places away from 0. It's just over on the left side. Okay, so on both of them, it makes the answer positive. All right, so then a couple more practice. Absolute value. So this means what's the absolute value of 10? Well, 10 is 10 spots away from 0. And then absolute value of negative 5 would be 5. So it's always going to be positive because it's always how far that number is from 0. All right, so now you guys can do your practice for section 1.3.